Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, The Reader Teacher. My name's Scott. It's July the 1st, so in this video of episode 7, series 3 of Coming Soon, I'll be previewing my most anticipated children's books releases coming out this month for July 2023. I'll be going through them in release date order and alphabetically by title, and if you just want to hear about a specific book, then make sure to use the timestamps in the description below. Don't forget to leave me a like, hit that subscribe button, and the bell to be notified every time I release a new video, and all the links to the books that I mention in this video will also be in the description box below. So let's take a look at the books. First up is Agent 9, Flood-a-geddon by James Burks, out on the 6th of July. And in this graphic novel, Agent 9 breaks the mould of your typical secret agent, going to great lengths to save the world, even if it means causing a bit of chaos along the way. Despite being a highly skilled operative, Nine's penchant for collateral damage lands them on probation. However, when the bumbling supervillain King Crab threatens to melt the polar ice caps and construct a water park, Agent 9 becomes the world's last hope. Teamed up with their trusty robotic partner, Agent 9 must conquer their impulsive tendencies and prove they're the right cat for the job. And will they be able to save the world from a complete Flood-a-geddon? This high-octane series promises to be perfect for fans of Bunny vs Monkey and The Bad Guys, two of my favourites, so thanks Piccadilly Press for the finished copy. If you've read and loved Holes by Louis Sachar, then All the Way Down by Stuart Foster is definitely a book you don't want to miss. Out on the 6th of July, our story begins when three 11-year-old problem children are unexpectedly brought together at summer camp. Milo, Oscar and Effie, each facing their own challenges, are given a unique task, and they must work together to build a place to live for the upcoming week. But things take an unexpected turn when the trio embarks on a fateful trip to a disused tin mine. An accident separates them from the rest of the group, leaving Milo, Oscar and Effie trapped underground. Now they must confront their individual issues and find a way to come together as a team if they want to find their way to freedom. Thanks Simon & Schuster for the finished copy. In the heart of Arkspire by Jamie Littler, a city obsessed with magic, we meet Juniper Bell, a skilled thief who will go to any lengths to protect her family, even if it means tolerating her annoying sister Elodie. But Juniper's life takes a thrilling turn when a stolen relic unrelated to her explodes, revealing a mysterious creature named Cinder, who appears to form a unique bond with Juniper, leading to unexpected consequences. As it turns out, creatures like Cinder are considered dangerous enemies of the all-powerful magicians known as the Arcanists, who have protected Arkspire for generations. Suddenly, Juniper and those she holds dear find themselves entangled in a world not just of magic, but power and peril, where they soon discover that the reality Juniper thought she knew is merely a facade, and only she, along with Cinder, can uncover the truth and challenge the established order. Big thanks Puffin for the stunning finished copy that's out on the 6th of July. The Beasts of Knobbly Bottom, Attack of the Vampire Sheep by Emily Jane Clark and Jeff Crowther, out on the 6th of July, is a laugh-out-loud, brilliantly wacky children's debut that comes from the imaginative mind of an award-winning comedy writer with illustrations that bring the story to life in a whole new way. It follows Maggie McKay, who is not thrilled about moving from her flat in Leicester to the seemingly dull village of Knobbly Bottom. No soft play centres, no toy shops, and worst of all, no horse that her mama kinda promised her. It's all just fields, church fates, and you guessed it, a bunch of boring old sheep. However, Knobbly Bottom is not as ordinary as it seems. Strange things start happening. The sheep are growing fangs, their eyes are turning red, and they have an evil plan to take over the world. Can you believe it? Vampire sheep! When Maggie's mum dismisses it as another silly story, it's up to Maggie, her little sister Lily, and their new friend Fred to save the day and stop the attack of the vampire sheep. Big thanks Scholastic for the finished copy. Another one for the 6th of July is The Boy in the Smoke by Rachel Faturoti, which takes us on a journey alongside Isaiah, a young boy navigating the challenges of a family on the brink of eviction. With his father's illness and the weight of the world on his shoulders, Isaiah finds it increasingly difficult to maintain his cheerful personality, concealing his hardships from his friends. But everything changes when Isaiah encounters a mysterious boy in the smoke. Their connection is forged through a forgotten fireplace in his tower block, leading Isaiah into a world from the past, a world where he discovers a desperate plea for help. Determined to make a difference, Isaiah embarks on a mission to improve Jacob's life. In the process, he hopes to reshape his own fate and find the courage to confront his own challenges. Thanks Hatchet for the finished copy. Meet Benji McLaughlin, a young visionary who believes in the extraordinary, in The Boy Who Made Monsters by Jenny Pearson and Katie Kear, out on the 6th of July. With his unwavering faith in the impossible, Benji's adventure begins when he's sent to live with his uncle in Scotland after being adopted by him with his younger brother, and discovers that his Uncle Hamish's tourist business is in trouble. Determined to save it and his home, Benji hatches a daring plan. Together with his newfound friend Murdy and Uncle Hamish's trusty canine companion Mr. Dog, Benji sets out on a mission to capture evidence of the legendary Loch Lochy monster. But as Benji faces the challenges of the Scottish wilderness, he soon realises that the monsters he encounters may not be what he expected, and that sometimes the scariest monsters we can find are often the ones lurking within ourselves. Thanks Usborne for the finished copy. Set among the rolling ocean waves, Calling the Whales by Jasbinder, Bilan and Skylar White is more than just a thrilling adventure. It carries a powerful message about the urgent need to protect our oceans and the magnificent creatures that call them home. Because for Tulsi and Sachin, two siblings living near the sea, their lives are forever changed when they come across a trapped whale struggling helplessly in a fishing net. Determined to save it, they take it upon themselves to free it, diving into the icy waters. However, as the storm clouds loom over them, the duo's struggle becomes even more desperate. Exhausted and with the storm closing in, they're forced to retreat, leaving the whale's fate uncertain. But just when they thought all hope was lost, an unexpected saviour emerges, offering them a lifeline in the face of danger. Big thanks Barrington Stoke for the finished copy that's hitting shelves on July the 6th. In Crow by Nicola Skinner and Rebecca Bagley out on the 6th of July, we're introduced to Hattie, a young girl who feels like she doesn't quite fit in at her new school. To combat her loneliness, she creates a scarecrow named Crow. Her intention is for Crow to guard a secret den in the playground, where she finds solace and happiness. However, there's a twist. Crow, despite his scary appearance, longs to have fun and befriend the other children. But he takes his role of protecting Hattie's den very seriously, becoming scarier with each passing day. As Crow's behaviour escalates, Hattie starts to realise that her loyal companion may actually be hindering her chances of making new friends. And will she recognise the impact Crow is having on his social life before it's too late? Thanks Barrington Stoke for the finished copy. Visit an alternate colonial India in the destiny of Minou Moonshine by Gita Ralleigh out on the 6th of July, where the story revolves around a queendom called Moonlally, once a beautiful and prosperous land, which is now under the oppressive rule of a tyrant. The queen has fallen, the worship of the goddess, the Dark Lady, is forbidden, and the city's protected black diamond, a precious fragment of a fallen star, has vanished. Our protagonist is a fierce orphan girl named Minou Moonshine, whose life takes a tragic turn. But Minou's destiny intertwines with the rebellious group known as the Green Orchids, who are plotting to overthrow the general. Guided by a secret and armed with a map, Minou sets out on a remarkable journey alongside her friends and a mechanical elephant. Their quest takes them through the lush jungles of Indica as they search for the Dark Lady, the elusive diamond, and ultimately, Minou's own destiny. Thanks Zephyr for the golden finished hardback copy. It's 1891 in Evie and Rhino by Neridah McMullin and Astred Hicks, and we find ourselves on board a ship off the coast of southern Australia. As the storm rages on, the ship carrying a cargo of exotic animals battles the enormous waves. And amidst the chaos, a young rhino cries out in fear. Meanwhile, just a few miles inland, we meet 10-year-old Evie and her wise grandfather. Seeking refuge in their once grand but now crumbling old home, they understand all too well the dangers that storms can bring. And once the storm subsides and tranquility returns, Evie embarks on a journey down to the water's edge. And what she discovers there will forever change her life, and the life of the young rhino she encounters too. And so begins a magical bond between Evie and the rhino, as they navigate their way through life together. Thanks Walker Books for the finished copy that's out on the 6th of July. The Fantastic Electric Mashup Machines by Byrd and Ennis Blackman, out on the 6th of July, follows the incredible journey of Lexi, a brave young racing driver, and her friend Jace, who is a mechanical genius. Our heroes find themselves on Rumblemore Island, where the annual Mashup Machines racing competition takes place. This thrilling series of electric recycled car races is set against the wild and challenging terrain of the island. But there's a warning waiting for the teams as they arrive. Do not try to cheat, you will be caught. Now Lexi and Jace would never think of cheating. They're all about fair play and exciting racing. However, there's someone who seems determined to be famous at any cost. Meet Mr. Diesel Drag, a wealthy racer with a superpowered car. But is he willing to cheat his way to victory? And big thanks Dinosaur Books for the finished copy. From the brilliant mind and best-selling author behind the Front Desk series, Kelly Young, comes her latest book, Finally Seen, out on the 6th of July, in which we join Lena on a life-changing journey. After years of separation, she's leaving home in China to reunite with her parents and sister in the United States. But a long-awaited reunion doesn't quite match the picture-perfect postcard she imagined. Lena grapples with the immense changes and the feeling of being an outsider, with school being much more difficult than she thought it would be, to the point where she's scared of making a mistake or mispronouncing words. She decides it's best for her to stay silent. But when her teacher's book selection is pulled into question, will Lena be able to overcome her fear and make the right choice, ensuring that her voice is finally heard? It's a moment that will test Lena's courage and resilience, and I can't wait to read about it. So thanks Nights Of for the finished copy. Also out on the 6th of July is Finn's Little Fibs by Tom Percival, known for his amazing Big Bright Feelings books, which are a must-have on every child's bookshelf. And this latest one in the series is all about the importance of telling the truth. Finn has always loved going to stay with his grandma, but one day something goes wrong. After accidentally breaking his grandma's precious clock, Finn tells a small lie and blames it on his sister, but it quickly spirals out of control. Finn's little fib is causing chaos in his life. And will he find a way to tell the truth and make things right? Big thanks to Bloomsbury for the finished copy, as this is not just a fun and engaging story, but also an excellent springboard for important discussions about honesty and its impact on our lives. Friends and Traitors by Helen Peters, out on the 6th of July, takes us back to the turbulent times of World War II. Our main character, Sydney Dashworth, finds herself evacuated to a grand stately home in the countryside, but little does she know that boredom is the least of her worries. While Sydney's brother is soaring through the skies in his Spitfire, Sydney stumbles upon a dark conspiracy. It seems the Earl, the owner of the estate, is involved in a dangerous plot that could hand the country over to the Nazis. And joined by Nancy, a housemaid with a courageous spirit, Sydney sets out on a thrilling investigation. They explore secret passageways, eavesdrop on the Earl's clandestine meetings, and unearth shocking discoveries. But as they dig deeper, the stakes rise, and danger looms around every corner. And just when they think they're onto something, tragedy strikes. Sydney's brother goes missing over France, and the harsh reality of war hits her hard. Now it's not just about stopping the Earl's evil plot, it's about saving her family and everything she holds dear. Thanks Nosy Crow for the finished copy. Out on the 6th of July, The Ghost Cat Who Saved My Life by Pamela Butchart and Monica Filipina follows the story of Sav and her best friend Liam as they stumble upon an eerie mystery right above Sav's flat. The apartment upstairs is empty, but strange yowling noises echo through the night. Ghost cat anyone? Determined to uncover the truth, Sav and Liam embark on an exhilarating ghost hunt. But wait, here comes the twist. As Liam gets caught in a stinky bin room, it's not a ghost, but a surprising new feline friend that comes to his rescue. And nothing is quite as it seems in this brilliant new addition to the Little Gems list. So if you're looking for a captivating and heartwarming read, this one should definitely be on your radar. Big thanks Barrington Stoke for the finished copy. Goddesses and Heroines, written by Jean Mingus, is a beautifully illustrated collection that takes us into a realm of more than 80 goddesses and other powerful women, with stunning illustrations by Katie Ponder. Inside you'll discover over 30 captivating stories that introduce famous female figures from various cultures. From the Japanese goddess of the dawn, Ame no Uzume, who saved the day with her mesmerising dance, to the ancient Greek witch, Medea, who helped defeat a fearsome dragon. Worried about tricky names? Fear not. The book also provides a handy pronunciation guide, making it easy for readers to master these fascinating names from around the world. But that's not all, because the book goes beyond just stories. It also includes more than 80 profiles of women in mythology, both well-known classics and lesser explored legends. Big thanks DK Books for the finished copy that's out on the 6th of July. Henry and the Machine by Isabel Marinoff and Olga Shatonda, out on the 6th of July, is a book that asks a thought-provoking question. What's the point of art? In it, we go on a school trip to a local art gallery with Henry. Initially sceptical, he wonders why anyone would be interested in paintings of soup cans or melting watches. However, everything changes for him when he encounters a particular painting. A painting with the most perfect blue. Suddenly a wave of emotion washes over him, as if he can feel the essence of blueberries, oceans, summer skies and butterflies all at once. Intrigued by this newfound feeling, Henry continues his exploration and stumbles upon a room with a chair, accompanied by a sign that asks another question. Is this really a chair? Curiosity gets the better of Henry and he decides to test the boundaries. However, what he doesn't know is that this simple act will unlock a surge of creativity within him, leading to an explosion of artistic expression. Thanks Templar Books for the beautiful finished copy. The House Trap by Emma Reed begins when Amity, a daring young girl, runs off into Badwell Woods. Concerned for his sister's safety, her brother Claude ventures after her, only to stumble upon her abandoned scarf near a mysterious house nestled in the trees. And what secrets could lie within those walls? And little does he know that the house holds a spine-chilling surprise. As he steps inside, he realises the house has 3 stories but no stairs. And to make matters worse, a party is set up, despite the absence of any other people. And talk about eerie. And just as he's trying to make sense of the situation, the front door locks behind him, trapping him and his sister inside. It's a house trap, and now they must rely on their wits, friendship, teamwork and their logical thinking to unravel the mysteries of this house and find a way out. Imagine a blend of Scooby-Doo and the excitement of an escape room, and you're almost there. Thanks Chicken House for the finished copy that's out on the 6th of July. Coming out on the 6th of July, Is That Your Mama by Patrice Lawrence and Diane Ewan tells the story of Josie, a young girl who loves her family dearly. Her family is unique and special because they all look different, but they are all the best to her. However, Josie often faces questions from others like, is that your mama? These questions start making her wonder if her family is supposed to look the same. Feeling confused and unsure, Josie decides to share her worries with her family. Together they find a way to help her see what truly matters. And this heartwarming picture book explores the importance of embracing and celebrating your differences, reminding us that every family is different in its own way. And it's so important for children to understand that families come in all shapes, sizes and appearances. Thanks Scholastic for the gorgeous finished copy. Tackling themes such as life after a pandemic, mental health and grief, The Lovely Dark by Matthew Fox, out on the 6th of July, starts with the tragic death of Ellie in an accident. But that's not the end of her journey. Instead, Eleanor finds herself embarking on an extraordinary adventure down a mysterious river that leads her to the underworld. And this is a captivating place, always sunny and warm, but with a sense of fracture. Eleanor arrives at Eventide House, a boarding school of sorts for children who have died. However, strange things start happening to her, making her feel that something isn't right. She desperately longs to return to the world of the living, to meet her new baby brother, even if it means existing as a ghost. And throughout her journey, she faces challenges and uncertainties. And can she find a way out of the underworld? And if she does, who or what will she become? Thanks Hachette for the finished copy. Based on the author's own experiences as a postal carrier, My Brilliant Plan to Fix Everything by Ben Davis, releasing on July the 6th, is a heartwarming tale of family, friendship and unexpected challenges. As Alex takes on his dad's postal delivery job, he has hopes of reuniting his family. His brilliant plan involves convincing his dad to finally write the novel he's always dreamed of, believing it will bring happiness and reignite his parents' love. However, Alex must first help his dad take a break from work. Through clever tricks and unforeseen difficulties like bullies, an overly suspicious boss, and confrontations with angry dogs, Alex's journey becomes more challenging than he anticipated. Amidst his struggles, he finds an unexpected ally in Willow, a mysterious girl with her own secrets that could jeopardise everything. As Alex's plan begins to unravel, he realises the importance of his relationship with his dad, and his dad learns that the true fulfilment lies in their bond, rather than publishing a novel. Thanks Scholastic for the finished copy. What is a self? What makes you you? And these are the questions that Myself, Yourself by Esme Shapiro, out on the 6th of July, explores in the most endearing way possible for readers from the age of 2, who have started to develop a sense of self, which keeps building all the way through their childhood. But it's something they don't have the vocabulary to talk about. This book, however, promises to change that. So join a group of lovable forest creatures as they take you on an adventure and discover their own individuality. In this joyously affirming picture book, the youngest readers will be encouraged to know, love and be kind to themselves and the equally wonderful selves around them. It's a heartwarming reminder that we are all special in our own ways, and that's something worth celebrating. The world definitely needs more books like this to spread kindness and empathy, so big thanks Rocketbird Books for sending such a lovely finished copy my way. Old Gods, New Tricks, out on 6th of July by Tiago de Moraes, follows the fascinating journey of Trixie dos Santos, a young girl who becomes the key to restoring light to a darkened world. But she can't do it alone. Joining her are 3 mischievous trickster gods, Loki, Maui and the Monkey King. But will she be able to keep these maverick saviours in line? What sets this book apart is its exploration of epic myths from various cultures around the world, from Norse mythology with Loki to Hawaiian folklore with Maui, and even Chinese legends with the Monkey King. And this book shines a light on these ancient stories, and Tiago's illustrations add a whole new dimension to it too. So whether you're a fan of mythology or simply love a great story, this book promises to be a unique and unforgettable experience. So thanks David Ficklin Books for the finished copy. Jommy's life takes a dramatic turn in One Chance Dance by Efwa Traore, when his mother leaves him to seek a better life in Lagos, the city of dreams. But when Jommy loses contact with his mum, he sets out on a courageous adventure to find her. Accompanied by his loyal companion, a playful bush baby, Jommy faces numerous challenges along the way, and just when things seem bleak, he stumbles upon a group of street kids who become his unlikely allies. Together this determined crew hatches a daring plan, seizing a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, or a one-chance dance, to not only reunite Jommy with his mother, but also fulfill their own dreams. And if they can get on that TV show, then maybe Jommy's mum will see him and they can find their destiny together, and Jommy can find his missing mum. Thanks Chicken House for the finished copy, coming out on the 6th of July. Our Rights, edited by Jake Hope, out on the 6th of July, brings together writers and illustrators to highlight children's rights from the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child. And focusing on key children's rights such as the right to life, survival and development, it also addresses the right to protection from violence, abuse and neglect, a topic of utmost importance in today's world. And featuring an impressive lineup of talented authors, it also showcases an array of captivating poems from acclaimed poets, and adding to the beauty of this book are 3 talented illustrators too. Ultimately, this anthology is a celebration of creativity and educates and entertains readers, whilst encouraging them to value and understand the rights of every child. Special thanks to Otto Barry for providing me with a finished copy. Butter and Crackers are 2 content rescue pets, leading their best lives in this new graphic novel, Puppy Problems, by Paige Braddock, out on the 6th of July. And when their owner goes off to work, they have the freedom to do as they please. But that peaceful existence takes a wild turn when Peanut, a lovable puppy with floppy ears, comes bounding into their lives as the adorable new addition to their family. And Peanut is bursting with energy and knows nothing of the word quiet. Overwhelmed by Peanut's antics, they reach their breaking point and decide that this energetic puppy needs to find a new home. But just when they think they're regaining their peace and quiet, Peanut escapes and becomes lost. It's during this time that they realise their home isn't quite complete without their noisy little companion. Thanks Nosy Crow for the finished copy that's perfect for all you proud pet owners out there. Lacey is a feisty and quick-tempered teenager who always seems to find herself in trouble at school in The Piano at the Station by Helen Rutter and Elisa Paganelli, out on the 6th of July. Lacey's sharp wit and impulsive nature often land her in isolation, and despite her reputation, Lacey holds hidden depths. Sent to music lessons to avoid trouble, she discovers a remarkable talent and passion for the piano. The keys unlock a whole new world of possibilities for her. But just as she's making progress, her beloved teacher departs, leaving Lacey in turmoil. Will she succumb to self-destruction or find redemption through the power of music? Big thanks Barrington Stoke for the finished copy. Taking us back to a time when war and danger filled the air and the streets of Paris became a battleground, Safia's War by Hibber Noor Khan centres around Safia, a young girl whose life takes a drastic turn as war engulfs her city. With her best friend's family gone and fear keeping her inside the mosque where she lives, everything changes when her father is arrested by the Nazis for his secret resistance work. Soon, Safia becomes part of the resistance herself and is having to navigate those treacherous streets to run errands on her father's behalf, all whilst evading the enemy's watchful eyes. But her journey doesn't end there. The mosque becomes a sanctuary for persecuted Jews seeking refuge, and as the number of people seeking safety grows, she finds herself faced with a monumental task. Can she gather the strength and courage to lead the Jewish community through the catacombs hidden beneath the city and to safety? Thanks Anderson Press for the stunning finished copy that's out on the 6th of July. Sunny and his family have recently relocated to a new country in Sunny and the Byrds by Wendy Mador and Nabila Radani, out on the 6th of July, and we witness the challenges of adjusting to a different life and the longing for familiar surroundings. And Sunny's dad is particularly struggling to find a sense of belonging in their new house. He yearns for his old life, where collared doves serenaded him in the gentle morning light and swallows gracefully danced in the sunset. But fear not, Sunny has a plan to bring joy back into his dad's life. As we follow Sunny's journey, we see the power of resilience, optimism, and the importance of finding joy in even the most challenging circumstances. And through the eyes of a child, we learn that home isn't just a physical place, it's the love and memories we create. Thanks Oxford Children's Books for the finished copy. Berlin is under siege in the year 1948 in Sweet Skies by Robin Scott-Elliot, out on the 6th of July. But this is a place where young Otto Hartmann wants to become a pilot. However, with the Soviets blockading the city, Otto's dreams seem impossible. That is, until the Americans arrive, swooping down from the sky like heroes, dropping chocolate to feed the hungry children of the city. The allure of these courageous pilots captivates Otto, and he is determined to join them in the skies. But it's not just about the chocolate, it's about fulfilling his ultimate dream. However, Otto faces a difficult decision. He must choose between those he loves and his burning desire to take flight, where danger also lurks around every corner. Thanks Everything with Words for the finished copy. From what seems to be the perfect partnership of author Ross Montgomery and illustrator Richard Johnson comes The Thing at 52, releasing on the 6th of July. And this tale follows a girl who discovers a mysterious creature residing on her street. The Thing appears lonely, prompting the girl to offer it a flower and begin an extraordinary journey of friendship and adventure. And as their bond deepens, the girl realises there are actually more things scattered throughout different places. Inspired, she invites them all to a party, dancing and celebrating until the middle of the night. However, all good things must come to an end, and the Thing's departure marks a bittersweet moment, teaching us the valuable lesson that everything has its time. Thanks Quarto for the finished copy. Welcome to Tiny's Miniature World in Tiny the Secret Adventurer by Aisha Bushby and Kubra Tiba, out on the 6th of July, where Tiny, a small creature with a big heart, lives in a school garden. But there's just one problem. Her animal neighbours aren't too fond of her, and this is because she looks like a human. They have this idea that humans are big, noisy and messy, which makes them scared of Tiny. However, when one of her animal friends, Frog, finds themselves in danger, Tiny steps up to the plate and becomes their unlikely hero. Through bravery and compassion, Tiny shows everyone that size doesn't matter when it comes to being brave. So join Tiny on her journey as she proves that being small doesn't stop her from making a big impact. And will she be able to overcome the prejudice of her animal neighbours and earn their acceptance? Thanks Osborne for the finished copy. We are back in the days of when dinosaurs walked the earth by Sean Taylor and Zara Hicks, a hilariously funny tale launching on the 6th of July. And Smallosaurus enjoys plants, whilst Badosaurus has a peculiar taste for small dinosaurs who enjoy plants. And when Smallosaurus faces a problem, thinking with her walnut-sized brain, a wild game of prehistoric cat and mouse ensues, with Badosaurus catching the attention of a hungry meat-eating dinosaur, Wersosaurus. And with a choice between two dinosaurs for breakfast, which will Wersosaurus choose? The small herbivore or the large carnivore? And the answer is, well, you'll just have to find out. Thanks Quarto for the finished copy. Yomi and her brother Coyote were looking forward to an epic holiday in the Gambia with their uncle Olu in Yomi and the Fury of Ninki Nanka by Davina Tajani and Adam Douglas-Bagley, out on the 6th of July. But his work always seems to get in the way and ruin the fun. But that is until Yomi sees the Dragon King, Ninki Nanka, being kidnapped from the sky in one of her dreams. Talk about excitement. Now our young heroes are determined to save Ninki Nanka and set out on a quest that uncovers secrets and introduces them to incredible creatures. If you've loved books like Beast Quest, How to Train Your Dragon or Dragon Mountain, you're in for a treat, because this is a fun, fresh and fast-paced series that's tailor-made for fans like you, with a vibrant world inspired by African mythology. Thanks Little Tiger for the finished copy. Xena Starborn and the Emerald King by Hannah Durkin, out on the 6th of July, is the sequel to Xena Starborn and the Sky Whale. And after months of running, Xena and her trusty companion, Jackson, finally get a chance to attend an infamous festival hosted by Icebears. But things take a mysterious turn when they encounter an ice palace with crumbling structures and a peculiar Emerald King. As they unravel the festival's secrets, our brave heroes realise that something's not quite right. They must face not only new enemies, but also some familiar foes. Can the two of them put a stop to the creation of a sinister advanced technology? I don't know about you, but I'm already on the edge of my seat, so thanks Hachette for the finished copy. Set in a big abandoned house atop a desolate hill, The Skull by Jon Klassen, out on the 11th of July, follows the courageous journey of a young girl named Attila. Having escaped from unspeakable danger, she finds herself lost in the dark and mysterious forest, and in her search for safety she stumbles upon the house, its eerie presence calling out to her. Inside she encounters an unlikely host, a skull. But this is no ordinary skull. It harbours its own fears, haunted by something that visits every night. Together, Attila and the skull must confront their shared fears and find a way to break free from the darkness that surrounds them. And don't miss the author's note that reveals the inspiration behind this tale, as this is more than just a spooky story. Thanks Walker Books for the finished copy. In Sala, Mountain Warrior by Wakanye Hoffman and Onyinye Iwu, out on the 13th of July, Sala's world turns upside down when her school plans a thrilling expedition to conquer the nearby mountain. Filled with excitement, but also a hint of nervousness, Salah faces a unique situation. She's the only girl stepping up to this adventure. Fortunately, her remarkable grandmother becomes her guiding light. With boundless wisdom of the mountains, cherished beads and captivated storytelling, grandmother ignites Salah's spirit, inspiring her to embark on this extraordinary adventure. And every step of Salah's ascent reveals her unwavering determination and resilience. With each step of the climb, she discovers the true essence of courage and empowerment, shattering gender stereotypes as she becomes the first warrior girl of her clan to do so. Against the breathtaking backdrop of the Samburu region, this is an exhilarating and inspirational tale that celebrates self-belief and embracing one's heritage. Thanks Otto Barry for the finished copy. Prepare to be amazed by The Wonder Brothers by Frank Cottrell Boyce and Stephen Lenton, which is magically appearing out of thin air on the 20th of July. Join young magicians Middy and Nathan as they set out on an adventure to retrieve the vanished Blackpool Tower, only to find themselves transported to the dazzling city of Las Vegas. With a stick of rock, a spangly cape and a pinch of misdirection, their magic spell takes an unexpected turn. In Las Vegas they encounter a world of tricks, twists and deceptions. And guided by a Grand Master, Middy and Nathan's journey is filled with surprises that will keep you guessing until the end. Big thanks McMullin for the finished hardback copy. So these are the books I'm most excited about reading this month. If you enjoyed watching, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel below. As always, keep reading, and I'll see you in the next video.